All right, well, this topic's a little, it's kind of hard to get into just within a couple of minutes. But there are two times where I've had my confidence broken to where I feel like my trust was genuinely betrayed. One was when I was younger. I was a senior in high school, and I had a girlfriend that decided to get a little vengeful. And so she divulged some information to my parents to where instead of receiving help for some problems that I was going through, I just received punishment for some problems I was going through. So it wasn't really it wasn't an experience that had a lot of progress involved with it. My path for me was kind of already set for joining the military at the time, so there wasn't really a lot of options you could say wasn't really any options you could say on how I should react to that. I already kind of had a path that was set for me. It was pretty contrived. I had to go to some night school just to graduate high school. I got into some drug problems actually when I was in high school. So just it was kind of just a whirlwind of a mess all within about 6 months. Well, like I said, I already signed the contract to join the military, and I was making some decisions that necessarily weren't the best for me, but I knew I was leaving within a matter of months, and I was deciding to be a little self-destructive. And my girlfriend thought she was doing what was best for me, I guess you could say, but it didn't end very well, like at all, in any of the situations. The situation with my parents, the situation that I got in trouble for, the information she decided to divulge, which wouldn't have been divulged otherwise without kind of going into detail. My parents knew what they needed to know, and I was already leaving for the military, and that was that. But she decided just to kind of just put all my skeletons out there, you could say. And then another situation when I became an adult, this is maybe 8 years ago. I was involved with the church, and just very, very, very quickly, I felt like there were some meetings I was having with people in confidence, and it just wasn't the case. People were starting to spread rumors about me and, who was my now wife, but at the time, my girlfriend who I was seeing. And it was an environment that was very cliquey and just kind of toxic. And so we just walked away. We didn't feel like we were stuck. We didn't feel like we had limited options. That wasn't even a situation where we grieved on it necessarily that much. We were able to walk away and plant ourselves somewhere else and establish a good circle of friends. And those are all the people I'm still associating myself and play with and worship with and serve with now. So it ended up being a situation that worked out for the best in that kind of a scenario. One scenario didn't really necessarily work out for the best, and the other kind of did work out for the best. So it's interesting. But without going into further detail about either of those situations, what you do is huge. The way you react is very, very important, because people are eventually going to disappoint you in some matter or way. I might be pessimistic, but it's up to you on how to react to those things. You can't really let other situations dictate how you're going to feel about yourself, especially. Hope that kind of goes over everything we need to go for this week. I hope I'm not over my time limit, and can't wait to do the next one. So see you in class.